We didn't know it, but this day was going to be the worst day of our lives.
Dad went out the front door to take out the garbage.
He didn't know it, but our new little puppy Pixie slipped right out the door behind him.
Out of the corner of his eye, he saw her running for the road. He tried to stop her.
Mom and the kids were in the house when they heard him cry out, "No!"
They all ran outside to see Dad picking Pixie up out of the road.
She had been hit by a car.
Dad handed Pixie to Mom. She was still as could be. Then she jerked a little like a seizure, and then was still again.
We all thought she was dead.
Mom said she was still breathing, so they all jumped in the car and took her to the emergency vet.
This is the actual picture of Pixie being so still. No one knew if she was still alive or not.
She had no visible injuries, only she was unconscious and had a little blood coming out of her mouth.
When they got to the vet, they took her back right away. The family just had to wait to hear. They cried and prayed for a miracle that our tiny girl would be okay.
Mom used her Snapchat to tell the other kids and family what was happening, and that's what we'll see now.
Mom said, "We don't know how bad it is yet. We're waiting to hear. Dad said the tire hit her on the head, but didn't run over her. Thank goodness. Sent her flying and spinning. She was still until she jerked and twitched. Then she lay still and was in a daze.
I thought she was dead for a minute, then she blinked. She started looking around right before we got to the vet, but no movement. She was bleeding out of her mouth.
The kids were far away, and they were so worried about Pixie.
So were we.
Our family knew the people that hit Pixie with the car. They felt so bad, but they hurried so fast to get Pixie to the vet that they didn't have time to chat.
The people texted Dad and said, "I am deeply sorry about what happened. It breaks my heart to know that I did that. Please keep us updated."
And Dad said back, "Not to worry. We don't blame you. It was an accident. It could have happened to anyone."
It was so nice of them to be concerned.
They waited and waited for over an hour before they heard anything.
Everyone was praying and was so concerned.
Finally, they came out and got the family and took them to a room and told them the vet would be there shortly to talk to them.
The doctor said Pixie had suffered a lot of trauma, but she finally got up and walked, so nothing seemed broken. They said we could leave her there overnight, or we could take her home and monitor her ourselves. They won't know if there are any internal injuries unless she has issues. They told us what to watch for. Then we have to follow up in 24 hours with our own vet.
They said she won't want to move much, and she will be really sore, especially tomorrow. But if she gets up and walks around, eats, drinks, uses the bathroom, then all of those are good signs.
The kids were happy to hear the update.
Dad went to pay the bill, and they were very relieved that the emergency vet visit wasn't as bad as expected. They were caring for Pixie for several hours. They also sent Dad home with some pain medication for Pixie.
Finally, they brought Pixie out. Everyone was so happy to see her awake and looking around, even though she hardly moved at all. Because she is so small, they were able to carry her out, and she didn't have to walk.
They loaded up in the car and said, "We feel like it's miraculous that we get to take her home. We really expected the worst, prayed for a miracle, and got it."
We were home waiting and worrying with no word. We were so happy to see the family come home with Pixie.
We both wanted to see for ourselves that she was all right.
Can you tell there's something wrong?
We were so concerned. I bet she has a killer headache.
Everyone got to cuddle with her.
We are hoping she'll be okay. We have to monitor her for 24 hours for internal injuries, but they felt like she was doing good enough at the vet that we could watch her from home. No external injuries.
Mom took her outside to potty, and she wouldn't even move.
Worried about her sugar.
They took her back inside and let her rest the rest of the evening on Mom and Dad's bed.
She didn't want anything to eat or drink.
Not even treats.
She perked right up when I got the treats out. Here, Pixie, you want another treat? Do you want another treat?
She did finally have a treat, and we all got treats.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good to see. You want a treat? Here you go. Catch. Good boy.
Dad sent a picture to the people that hit Pixie to show that she was doing okay.
They said, "We have such heavy hearts at the grief and pain we have caused your family. We are so sorry. We have been praying for your family and for your dog. How we hope each of you can feel comfort."
Dad said, "We feel like we've been dealt a miracle. Thank you for your prayers and concern you've shown. We are home now and she is resting peacefully. All is well."
Did she eat it? No. Darn it. We cannot trick you.
They tried getting her to take her medicine by wrapping it up in cheese.
Just eat the whole thing.
She wasn't having it.
Just eat it. Oh, it came out again. Oh, dear.
I don't know how they ever got her to take it.
We're gonna have to try meat, Sugar.
Then she slept some more. We all kept a close eye on her to be sure she was all right.
Then it was time for bed, so Clarissa said goodnight to Pixie. It was a long day, and she was so happy to have Pixie home safe.
Mom put Pixie's kennel right on her nightstand so she could hear any sound or movement Pixie made in the night, in case she needed Mom.
Well, it's morning. Are you ready to get up?
The next morning, Pixie didn't want to get up. If she got up, it was just to move to another bed. She didn't even come out to say goodbye before Clarissa went to school. We checked on her a lot to make sure she was okay.
She did finally get up when the doorbell rang. Mom took her outside and she went potty for the first time. That was a big relief. That was a sign that she was feeling better.
And she even had a little bit to eat and drink. Things were looking up, and we were all so happy.
Then she did go right back to bed and took it easy all day.
She stayed close to Mom, and Mom stayed close to her.
When Clarissa got home from school, she was so happy to see Pixie get up and come out to say hello.
And then she goes right back into her kennel. Want to say hi to Tavish?
Hey, Pixie.
And she got up again when Tavish got home.
Hey, oh, look at you.
Oh, it's like rub my tummy.
You're doing great.
And had a little more to eat.
By late afternoon, she was feeling so much better, she even took herself outside to potty and climbed the stairs to come back in.
Our little puppy was quite the miracle.
It's our miracle puppy.
She still rested and slept most of the time, which was just what she needed to heal.
She found a place to hide in the back of the closet.
Day 2 after the accident, we continued to see improvement. She was up more and moving around.
Come here.
She was even doing tricks for treats, which was really her medicine.
There's Pixie's favorite toy.
And she played with toys a little bit.
And she even chewed on a bully stick for a bit. Then she was ready for bed.
She likes to sleep in the closet sometimes.
Day 3, she spent a lot more time outside, walking, sniffing, and exploring.
Today's the day we got her a new collar with a bell on it. This way, she can't be so sneaky and sneak out the front door again.
Now, whenever Pixie is moving, we will know where she is.
That evening, Cookie and the girls came over to see how she was doing.
Pixie even went out and played with the girls for a bit.
Run this way.
Now here I am, 1 year later with no lasting effects from the car accident. That's our little miracle puppy. Be sure to hit the like button if you are happy to see Pixie alive and well. Oh, and I've learned a few things too. I don't go out the front door without being invited.
If you like seeing things from a dog's point of view, be sure to subscribe.